When I moved here, the people here, they were very unhappy with me because, okay, they knew, somehow they knew that these children, they are burdened babies. They knew that some of them are incest babies. So they used to think, now this Floyce, she goes to pick these things that have been thrown away. She thinks these are babies. And they were not very happy with me, but eventually now they have come to accept. They have come to accept, because I used to tell them, these babies, if you look at these babies and you look at your babies, is there any difference? Do my babies have horns? I'm the manager and founder of Julius and Dora Children's Home, which is situated in Maseno, Vihiga County. This home was registered in 2005, but we took in our first baby in 2007, and now we have 40 children. We have 16 girls and 25 boys. Now, the home was registered to cater for children who have been abandoned and those ones needing protection. There are some children who are abandoned at birth, and that is the main reason, the principal reason why we started this home. But there are also some children who live in difficult circumstances. They are found living in difficult circumstances. So they are also brought here for protection and for care, and hoping that the situation in their homes will change. And when the situation changes, it is hoped that they can go back to their homes. As I've said, we have 40 children. Most of them are abandoned babies. They are abandoned babies. They are abandoned for several reasons. There's one of them is maybe they are incest babies. And in our community, incest babies are seen as a taboo. They are seen as a curse, and they cannot grow up within the family or even the community. Both my parents were pastors in the Anglican Church, and when we were growing up, we always lived with other people. Like somebody would just come with a baby and leave them with my mother and say, "Huyu mtoto nimekupatia." And then the child becomes our sister. Mostly they were girls, so they would become our sisters. And when I was growing up, I really wanted like a big family. I thought a big family is a very good thing, because biologically, my biological sisters and brothers, we are 7. And then we have these other people who used to come and stay with us, live with us, so we would be like 15. And I thought that is a very good thing, because you call this one, my mom would sit like this and start calling, "You come here," and this one runs behind, and so I thought that is a very nice thing. But then when I grew up, I have one child, one biological child, and I thought that God was very unfair to me. And I was complaining to God always, "Why did you give me only one child? What? You have children who are being abused by their parents, mostly the fathers. We have a boy who was being cut by the father, just cut. Yani the father would just get annoyed with him and start cutting him up. Then we have another one who was found abandoned in a sugarcane plantation. We have others who we have 2 whose mother killed the father, and then of course the mother went to prison, and that two children. There were two of them, two children. They were chased away from that home because they said it was the mother had brought a curse. Their need of care and their need of love. We emphasize love because you see they have missed their parents' love. So when they come here, we try to make them feel that they are just worthy, they are loved, they are supposed to be here. And I always tell them God knows that they are here and God loves them. About funding, we just rely on the individual contributions. We don't have like donors because I think donors got tired. There's a time we had a lot of children and then we had a lot of manenos, a lot of corruption. Because what used to happen is people would maybe just collect a few children, even for neighbors or relatives, and say they have a children's home, and then they look for funding. Kumbe, they use that money on their own. So when the donors discovered that, they said, no, they got tired. There was donor fatigue. So they said, okay, we are not funding any children's homes anymore. Children should grow up within families. Apart from individual, yes, we have individual donations. There's a team of people, friends, who have come together. They call themselves Friends of Julius and Dora Children's Home. No, Friends of Julius and Dora Children. And they contribute regularly to help us run the home, to maintain the home. And we are really, really grateful to them. Because really without them, we would not have managed. Then there are people like Maseno University students who come here very regularly, like maybe like even when the university is open, they can come even every weekend, different groups. And when they come with the presents, they come with the food stuff. Some of them come and they have bought food, they come and cook and they eat with the children. They clean the place, they wash clothes, they mop the place, they talk to the children, they play with them. So we are also very grateful for that because it really encourages the children. Even myself, it encourages me. It encourages the children to know that they are part of the community and they are loved. And it also encourages them to work hard because they also want to work hard and go to university. So we are grateful to that. The other people who contribute also is the church. We belong to the Anglican Church. So a lot of, once in a while they will organize, like the Mothers Union will organize and come and visit the children and just sit with them, have prayer with them, talk to them about God, the Bible stories. I discovered that there are so many children in Western who are abandoned, who are born out of incest and they are abandoned. So I thought that maybe I should do something about those children. Because they said, the people are telling me, some of them are even killed, and some of them, they'll even tell you, those are not babies, those are hiyo tu ni vitu. Now when it comes to adoption, I think the process is so long, and for some reason I think it doesn't work very well, because there are quite a number of people who have been here asking about adoption, and then first you cannot come here and say, oh, I like this baby, can I adopt this one? No. You come, then I can take you to the children's office, and they take your details, they tell you what is needed, or we go to an adoption society. Most adoption societies are in Nairobi. There is only one adoption society in Kisumu called Little Angels. So you go, you talk to them, they give you the conditions and everything. And then then the process starts. But it can take even 5 years before you get the baby, and you don't choose the baby. They choose for you. They look at you, they say, yes, you resemble this baby, you can have him. Once you have passed all that.
We have no chance to give thanks to you, oh Lord. I am here to give thanks and praise.
There are a lot of challenges. One of the main one is health, because we have babies who need, like I have a baby who has cerebral palsy, and we have to take him to ballet because they don't have some facilities here at Maseno. They don't have the facilities at Siriba, the university. So we take him to ballet for specialized treatment. And then we have also another one, a baby. We have had several babies, because you know when these babies are being born, you don't know what happens, because the mother doesn't want this baby. So maybe some of them try to kill the baby or to abort, or so they are born with a lot of complications. And we have to take them to ballet. Like now today, there's a lady, one of the nannies had to take one baby. Tomorrow she's taking another one to ballet, and then on Friday she's taking another one. So that it's a lot of work. One, it is expensive also. Although when you get there, the treatment itself is not, you don't pay, but then you have to buy the drugs, so it becomes expensive. So those are the special cases. Now the other problem is the children's office can bring a baby here and tell you, just look after this baby for us for the weekend. On Monday, we are coming for the baby. We are looking for where to place him. Actually, you'll never see those people. They will not appear. Like I have a boy here who is mentally challenged. He was brought by child welfare, and they told me, this boy, can he just stay here? He cannot stay in police cells. Can he just stay here for the weekend? And we'll take him. We are looking for where to take him. Then they have never come again. Like it's now 4 years down the line. You call them, they say we'll come. They have called, I've tried. And why he's a challenge to us is because he's mentally challenged. He can very easily harass or molest these other small babies. So we have to keep an eye on him like this. You know, you have to know where is Zakaria everywhere. Every time you must know where he is and what he is doing. That is a challenge to us. Money is always a challenge. So we have to budget and be very careful how we use the money we get. I do some farming in Kitale. I told you my parents had a land in Kitale, and I also work. Sometimes I work. Yeah, I do some, I worked with a consultancy firm for a long time until when I established the home, and I felt that I needed to be here. The other day, the police found a baby abandoned somewhere, and the baby cannot stay in a police cell, cannot stay in a police station. So they asked me, they say, look, can you just take care of this baby while we look for where to take her? And they did that. So they took the baby to some other home in it. After the baby had stayed here like for a month, they took the baby to another home in Kisumu. The thing is, when I moved here, the people here, they were very unhappy with me because they knew, somehow they knew that these children, they are burdened babies. They knew that some of them are incest babies. So they used to think, now this Floyce, she goes to pick these things that have been thrown away. She thinks these are babies. And they were not very happy with me. But eventually now they have come to accept. they have come to accept, because I used to tell them, these babies, if you look at these babies and you look at your babies, is there any difference? Do my babies have horns? Okay, it's not everybody who might be wanting to take a baby into their home that they don't know the background, but you can support a child from wherever that child is. For example, if it is here at Julius and Dora, you can say, okay, I'll support one child, I can pay school fees for this child, I'll pay, maybe I'll buy uniform, things like that. That would be very, very helpful to us, because, okay, for us, we have the heart to stay with the baby. You might not have the heart to stay with the baby, but you can still support. Those ones who are willing to adopt, I would really encourage them to adopt. I know the journey is long, the process is long, but if you are determined, you can make it. So they should be encouraged also to adopt, so that a child has a home, a family they identify with. And they know that this is my mother, this is my father, these are my brothers. Yeah.